What's up, guys, gals, and pals? This is Ron with Om Top of the World, and today, via Vaping Z, Wismec Reuleaux RX Gen3. So here it is, up close and personal, the Wismec Reuleaux RX Gen3. Now, just out of the gate, you'll notice that there are monstrous differences between the RX Gen3 and the previous versions of the Reuleaux. The number one difference is the size. It's more compact. It's even a little thinner and fits even better in the hand. Another difference is this door, well, it's not a door at all. It's not a compartment. You can't pull it apart. Instead, the batteries are located underneath in this very nice battery door. Now, if you'll look at this battery door, you'll see that there is a latch kind of in the middle. When you close it, you press down and you pull back, and it's really, really secure. The reason that it's so secure, and it's not going to come off unless you pull it, is because of the placement of those latches. Very innovative. Most companies put the latch right here on the end, and it's really, really easy to pop open. This, you got to apply some significant pressure to get the thing open. Very, very nice. Right here on the sides, you have Wismec logos. And also at those Wismec logos right below here is a port for battery venting. Add to that, the top of this thing with this press fit 510 is very, very nice. Good springy 510 connection there. But if you pull on this on your tank, it's just not going to come off. It's not going to break loose. Very good, very nice, very well thought out. Now, the UI of the Wismec is very, very interesting. 5 clicks of the button turns it off. Now, while you have the Wismec off, you can hold the power button and the down button at the same time. And you're going to learn about the voltage on each of the 3 batteries. You can hold down the up and power button. And this is how you get into your TCR and memory functions. Right there they are. Back to this. Now, 3 clicks of the fire button, if I can get it to work. And of course, it's going to be finicky. There we go. Down goes to your puff counter, time of puffs, or your amperage. 1, 2, 3. The up button goes to your temperature controls. You can cycle through your power mode, your resistance, and back to your puff counter, or you can press up, then down, go to your memory. Whoops, let's go back. Go to your memory. Stainless steel, nickel, titanium. We'll figure this out eventually. Go back up. over here, select here. There we go. There's your 3 memory TCR settings. Now what's interesting is there are a lot of features that are involved in the Reuleaux. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Power's off. 1, 2, 3. In that function, now with the power on, holding down the power button and the down switch, you turn on stealth mode. And you turn it off. Up and power button, you can change your logos, and so on and so forth. Now there may be some complaining concerning the Wismec Reuleaux. I have the TF-V12 Beast King that I've put on this just because of the high wattage output that's necessary to get a good cloud. Well, it's 25 millimeters at the base. As you can see, it meets flush with the ridge right here on the chassis. But if it wasn't 25, up here it's not 25 rather, and you can see that there would be a tremendous overhang on the front of the chassis. On the sides, you're not going to have that problem at all. Also, something that can be said concerning this particular device, 300 watts may be just a bit much. And we're going to take a little bit getting there, obviously. And then when we get to 300, you'll notice something. It stops. There's no round robin, but then we can take it all the way back down. And for the Beast King, I'm having to operate around 100 watts. But it goes all the way down to 1.5 watts. Pretty fast, but maybe it's not your cup of tea. I don't know, but we'll see. Also, something that's important is it has a 2 amp charging port, so it is safe to use this charger to charge your 3 18650 batteries. Also, something else that I feel is important is that it's firmware upgradable. Not very many companies anymore are even worrying about firmware, but Wismec really knocked it out of the park. This has been the Wismec Reuleaux RX Gen 3. You can say what you want about the RX Gen 3, the Wismec Reuleaux, the newest adaptation of the Reuleaux Jabo line, but I'm going to say what I want. And what I want to say is that this thing knocked it out of the park. As we saw in the close-up, the build quality is out of this world. What was put into this build is absolutely amazing! And beyond that, what goes into making a product superb and what goes into pleasing people with a superb product is also amazing. When Wismec put together the idea that they were going to update, crunch down, completely change, and modify the platform of the Reuleaux, I was a little skeptical. I thought, you know, the Reuleaux of the past, even the DNA, weren't the greatest. A lot of people have a lot of criticism concerning the Reuleaux line. But now that I look at this new Reuleaux, the RX Gen 3, I have to be honest with you. I have no complaints whatsoever. The form factor is absolutely fantastic. When I say form factor, I mean the thing fits in the hand like a glove. It's much smaller, much more compact than the older versions of the Reuleaux, and on top of that, it absolutely does the job. Up to 100 or 300, up to 300 watts of vaping, you can't beat that. In fact, I'm not gonna beat it. I don't vape anywhere close to that. I would venture to say that not many of you do either. Then you add to that the design, the quality in this design. It's beautiful, it's sleek, it's comfortable, and it doesn't take up a lot of room if you decide to stuff it in your pocket. And speaking of stuffing things in your pocket, the stealth mode on this thing that prevents you from pressing these up and down buttons is really, really good. If you're in the market for something that is absolutely perfect on every level of vaping, this is going to be for you. There are some criticisms that some of you may have, like the 510. it's not going to fit more than a 25 millimeter without a little overhang on the front. But you got to understand, Wismec had to do that.
If you go sticking the thing in the middle, it's just not going to work out the right way.
Because it's so small, because it's compact. If they put the 510 here, they would have to extend the frame to an even larger design. And then we would be right back to the Wismec Reuleaux of old. Also, something else that I feel like absolutely needs to be said in terms of a criticism is maybe if you've got humongous hands, it could be too small. In my hand, it fits just like a glove. I mean, my hand goes around it absolutely fantastically. But if you're one of those folks that look like a giant and you walk around,
fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of a small vaping madam,
then maybe you're not going to be the person for this. But then again, you can just wrap your pinky finger underneath and be just fine. And maybe even get more support and have a lesser chance of dropping it on the pavement. Because we all know that when you drop something on the pavement, it really, really sucks. Like, I mean, really. The bottom line about the Wismec Reuleaux RX Gen3 is that I adore the product. But here's the big picture scenario. You can adore it too. All you got to do is click that subscribe button on your screen, give us a big, fat, beautiful, bold, and robust thumbs up, and then comment in the section below, Wismec for me. Wismec for me. And then you,
one lucky person,
has the opportunity to win your very own Wismec Reuleaux RX Gen3. This is Ron with On Top of the World. Don't forget to go over to ontopoftheworld.com for more information on the RX Gen3, as well as some vaping awareness and other products that we've talked about. Hey, keep in mind, smile. It's not that bad.